Hi, I'm David Cantor with the law offices of David Michael Cantor, and welcome to my blog. Today's topic has to do with the acquittal in civilian court of the Guantanamo detainee Ahmed Ghaliani. Now, this individual was held for 9 years in Guantanamo as an enemy combatant. Enemy combatants are people who aren't wearing a uniform, but they're suspected of fighting U.S. citizens and U.S. troops abroad. Basically, after being held for 9 years, this was the first test case that went to civilian court for a full-blown trial from Guantanamo. Of 280 counts, over 280 counts, he was found not guilty on every single count except one. So there were 244 murder charges plus other terrorism charges he was found not guilty of. He was, however, found guilty of one count of conspiracy to commit terrorism, and he now faces 20 years to life when he's sentenced. Per Representative Jane Harman of California, she has stated that there have been 218 convictions or guilty pleas in civilian court since 9/11, with an 89% conviction rate. Department of Justice released a report on March 10th of 2010 saying that there were 400 convictions or pleas since 9/11 in civilian courts. Now, these aren't Guantanamo detainees. These are other people that have just been charged of terrorism-related offenses. Now, a lot of people have said, oh, civilian court doesn't work. Keep it as a secret military tribunal. Well, the problem is the world and most U.S. citizens distrust secret military tribunals. It goes against our constitutional rights. We don't like secret trials. I get it. If you are in uniform and you're on the other side taking shots at our side, you're going to be tried in a military court, not a civil court. This is part of the Geneva Convention and the rules of war. I get it. But if they're saying you're just a terrorist with this loosely affiliated group, I don't have a problem with trying them in civilian court. And here's why. If there is a company or business that commits some type of negligence or intentional infliction that harms U.S. citizens, we can drag them into our courts in the U.S. Okay, so we can pull BP, British Petroleum, into the U.S. courts, even if the damage is on international waters, even if it's U.S. citizens who are abroad, cruise lines, for example, and we don't have a problem with that. I think the same thing should happen with these criminal charges for these people who hurt U.S. citizens abroad. I don't have a problem with that. I think the U.S. public's pretty smart. I think they will sift through evidence, and I think if there is 280 counts that were found not guilty, I believe that there was a reason for that. It wasn't proven beyond a reasonable doubt. However, there was one count of conspiracy that was. That single count can land this gentleman in prison for life, as well it should. Conspiracy to commit terrorism, I believe that should. But that's just what I think. Tell me what you think.